Okay, 8th grade math. Here is lesson 22, using data from graphs to solve problems. Okay. All right, using data from graphs to solve problems. So, vocabulary. We have a line graph. Is a graph formed by plotting points for data and drawing a line that connects the points. Remember, to find data in graphs, read the labels and the graph carefully. So, this graph shows how many lawns Jake mowed each day during 1 week in June. So we have the title of our graph up here. We have our y-axis is labeled as number of lawns, and we have our x-axis labeled as the data. As you can see, he mowed lawns on June 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. On June 5th, he mowed 5 lawns. On June 6th, he mowed 9 lawns. On June 7th, he mowed 13 lawns. On June 8th, he mowed 12. And on June 9th, he mowed 11 lawns. Then if you connect the dots, you now have a line graph. It says Jake earns $8 per lawn. How much more money did he earn on June 8th than on June 6th? So what you need to do first is find the amount of money he earned on both days. So on June 8th, he mowed 12 lawns at $8 for $96. On June 6th, he mowed 9 lawns at $8 for $72. Then you need to subtract to find out how much more he earned on June 8th. So you take 96 minus 72 and you get $24 more. Now, when you come down here, you're going to have to look at the graph as well as the problem. It says, how much money did Jake earn all week? It says, first, find the total number of lawns he mowed. Well, on the first, we mowed 5. Then he mowed 9. He mowed 13. He mowed 12, and then 11. And when you add that up, at least I did, I got to 50. So please make sure you have those numbers filled out before moving on to the next page. In part B, it says, find the total amount he earned. Well, we know he mowed 50 lawns at $8 each. So if you take 50 times 8, you get 400. And this is in dollars. So he earned $400. Now, there are 2 questions that go with this bar graph. It says the bar graph below shows the difference in average weekly earnings between men and women. The data is arranged by age group. So once again, we have the title of our graph up here. It says male-female wage gap, average weekly full-time earnings, wage and salary workers by sex in 1988. So our y-axis is weekly earnings. Our x-axis is the age groups. Now, if you look down here, the men is the darker bar and the women is the gray bar. Now, on your paper, it's going to be very difficult to get an exact number. So when you're doing this, you could get an approximate, get as close to. So for example, when you look at the 16 years or older, if you notice the black bar does not quite, I'm up here, I'm looking right here, does not quite go to 500. And then you have down here where this comes over and it's just in between there. So if you make a good guess, we will count these right on the problems. Now, when you're doing problem number 2, when you look up here, this is weekly earnings. So it gives you a hint and it says there's 52 weeks in 1 year. And you'll need to make sure you do that to convert that over. And then on problem number 3, this is also per year. And these are given in weeks. Remember, this is weekly earnings. So you have 2 problems to do in math. They're multi-step problems. You need to read the graph and do what it's asking. Remember that hint in problem number 2. Now, when you come down to the application, I'm going to not require you to do this. So you have 2 problems to do on this. This is the week that I am absent on Monday and Tuesday. So you will need to do these problems. You can ask for help from the sub or from Miss Rich, and then make sure you get it submitted. So finish the rest of the assignment. Don't forget to submit to Canvas through me. Good luck and have fun.